Hey folks, this is Smite! Welcome to Subject Neutral in our Let's Look At series. You've probably seen us play Smite before. It is a fun game that we all enjoy, so I thought we'd take a real quick look at it and see what's happening. So Smite is a free-to-play game by a company called Hi-Rez Studios, I believe it is, in which you play gods. And you have various gods, and you're essentially fighting to the death, gladiator matches. There's, right now I am zoomed in on Mercury. There's gods from pretty much all the pantheons, although of course Norse and Egyptian and Greek to a degree are of course going to be the main ones. There's lots from India and the Mayans and all kinds of other fun people. When you have your gods, there's different skins for the gods that you can do. There's each god. It's very similar to Dota and League of Legends, although it is different enough that I prefer this far more. So let's get to overview. So each god is going to have a passive, which is an ability that's always active. I'm clicked on Ymir, father of the frost giants from Norse mythology, who's one you've probably seen me play before. So his passive is any enemy you hit that you've hit with one of your previous moves suffers additional damage. And then you've got other moves like Ice Wall or Glacial Strike, and all the gods will have very different moves depending on their roles and type. So roles are things like warrior, guardian, mage, so pretty much your normal RPG or MOBA kind of stuff. You've got like DPS, damage per second, people who are going to pump out a lot of damage but generally have fewer hit points. Tanks, like the Guardian here, who have lots of hit points but not necessarily a ton of damage. Mages, which might be a bit more like range damage or buffing. And it can be a very interesting mix. You've seen other ones like we've got Ra, Mercury, Kukulkan. So we are going to launch into a game and just have a real quick, 10-minute sort of look at Smite as we fight to the death with various gods. Most of the matches are 5-on-5, although there's some like Siege that are 2-on-2. It's like other MOBAs. There's the Assault or Conquest maps where you've got lanes and your goal is to try and kill the enemy Phoenix or Minotaur, and you've got to fight your way through towers. There's buffs in the jungle. And then as we're going into this arena map, which is, it's a gladiator arena. What more can I say? We've got 10 gods, we've got a boatload of minions, and you're just punching each other in the face until they die. Give me a second and I'll turn the recording back on as soon as we get in game. And we're back, and this is the god selection screen. So we're in a game, I'm in a game against AI because it was taking forever, and you pick your god. This is the draft mode, which is pretty normal. Some of the games have different modes, but most of them are like this. You have the gods that are available, and you pick from that. Now, for the gods that are available, you can either buy all the gods that are available and all the gods that will come for about $30, or you start with 5 gods, and then every 2 weeks, I forget what it is, they rotate through another 5 free gods so that you can try out different things. And you can also buy the gods with favor, which you earn from matches. And some of the gods are different prices, but most of them cost about 5,000 favor credits. And it's actually fairly easy to get favor. So in this game, I'll be playing Ullr, who is a hunter. So I'm more of a DPS class. I don't have a great deal of health. I have to be very careful in combat, but I do a lot of damage when I do get in combat. Now, on top of it, Ullr is an interesting guy because he can switch his attacks. He has a melee attack that when you switch to it, he can heal himself, life steal. So every time you hit somebody, you get a bit of health back. Or he can switch to his bow, which does damage from a distance and has a slightly higher attack. And then when he switches, he has different moves depending on which weapon he's using. But he trades his ultimate. So if you see down at the bottom on the hotkey bar, the number 4 is usually your ultimate. For me, it's what switches weapons. So I do have to be slightly careful about that. And as you can see on the side there, you do level up like you would with any other MOBA. And, oh, here comes the enemy. And so we're gonna fire away in here. Come on. I'm just doing terrible here. Let's not, oh, don't pay attention to all my just blatantly firing away madly. I forgot if this guy runs. No. Oh, damn. Well, someone got him at least. So you do have, this mode here, I'm going to flee now because I'm almost dead. This mode here is a lot more just sort of brawling and scrums in the middle. Normally, in the conquest modes where you've got lanes, you have to be very careful about teamwork and working together. And this teamwork is so really important, but to a large degree it's still just brawling. And as you can see, we're just dominating the enemy. So we're going to get in here on Ray and mess him up. I don't know why I clicked off like that. Come on. Oh, and we got the kill there, even if it was so just... The screen was just freaking out, I didn't know what was going on. My fraps, it's just going nuts today. Maybe I just have too many other things running. Anyway, so we're just punching in here. So, Smite, this is probably going to be it for our Let's Look At. Smite is a really fun, really easy, free-to-play game. If you want to play it with friends, it's great. Playing it as a, if you have much experience with MOBAs, this is great to try. It is very, it's not very different from things like Dota or League of Legends, but it does play a little bit differently. It's, I really hesitate to say it's a casual version, because it's not. But it has just as much complexity and different tactics and things, but it does play very differently. So this has been our Let's Look At Smite. I will see you guys later with different Let's Look At or some other games. See you guys on the far side.